Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about a word you've probably said a million times. It's a word so common, so everyday, you never in a million years guess that it's actually part of this huge, fascinating global project.
And here it is, the verb pull. The definition, right out of the Simple English Wiktionary, is exactly what you'd think. You use your hands, you move something closer. We all get it, right? It's one of the very first verbs we learn as kids. And yeah, that's usually where the story ends. It's just a word. But what if I told you that its incredible simplicity is actually what makes it so important? That this totally ordinary word is hiding a clue to a much, much bigger idea? So, to find this clue, we have to do a little digital detective work. We're not just going to look at the definition itself. We need to dig into the source material, the actual web page where this definition lives. Okay, so if you scroll all the way to the bottom of that Wiktionary page for pull, past all the examples, past the translations, you hit this little section called categories. And this is where things get weird. So looking at these categories, verbs and regular verbs, yeah, that makes total sense. But then you see these other tags, BNC1 head words, sure, but this one really jumps out, B850. It looks like a code.
B850. I mean, what on earth is that? It's not some grammar term you learned in school, that's for sure. This right here, this is our hidden clue. This is the secret we've been looking for. So what is it?
Well, the answer to that little mystery unlocks this whole world of linguistic design. See, BEA50 isn't just a random code. It's short for a system that was designed to make communication clearer for absolutely everyone.
And here is the big reveal. BE850 stands for Basic English 850. It's this hand-picked list of just 850 essential English words. They were chosen because they're powerful enough to express pretty much any idea you can think of. The whole goal was to create a version of English that was super easy to learn and really hard to misunderstand. Perfect for things like global business, science, or travel.
So this is the key takeaway. The word pull wasn't just randomly described on that page. It was selected. It had to earn its spot on this really exclusive list. It's like a linguistic MVP, a foundational piece of a system built for pure clarity.
But that just brings up the next obvious question, right? Out of the hundreds of thousands of words in the English language, why pull? What makes this one word so special that it made the final cut for this elite list? Well, first off, just look at its grammar. It's a regular verb. Pull, pulls, pulled, pulling. The pattern is so simple, totally predictable, and always consistent. If you're learning English, this is a dream come true. There are no weird exceptions to memorize, which makes it an absolutely perfect word to start with. And second, it has a crystal clear, super simple opposite, push. Together, these two words make a perfect pair. They cover this huge range of basic physical actions. Move closer, move away. That kind of conceptual clarity, it's incredibly powerful for communication.
And this example from the source just shows how practical it is. The word is immediately useful in everyday life. This isn't some abstract idea. It's a clear, direct instruction that could be important in any building, anywhere in the world.
Then you have this second example, which shows its descriptive power. Even with a simple word like pulling, you get a really vivid image in your head. It just goes to show you don't need a fancy vocabulary to paint a clear picture. This one little word does a ton of heavy lifting. Okay, so we've gone from a single word all the way up to this whole system of 850. But let's zoom out one last time. Why does building a language on a foundation of simple, powerful words like pull actually matter in the big picture? Just think about this number for a second. 850. That is an astonishingly small number of words. The whole idea that you can have clear, functional conversations with a vocabulary that could fit on just a couple of pages, well, that says something really powerful about language itself.
And that's really the ultimate point here. Having a core vocabulary like Basic English makes the language way more accessible for new learners. It helps cut down on confusion in international settings. It even forces us to be clearer in our own thinking, You can't hide behind complicated jargon. But most of all, it proves that sometimes the simplest tools are the most powerful ones we have.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. We live in this age of crazy complexity, of non-stop noise and information overload. But the story of pull and the 850 words it belongs to is this great reminder that clarity, simplicity, and just focusing on the essentials, well, that might be more important now than ever. What could we all communicate a little better if we just started with the simple basics?